I swore up and down, I will not do that again. It was exhausting. I was so sore. I looked so bad. This is my only chance. And I was really nervous. All right, I still have my visitor, Lucy Lou. Hey guys, we're back with another episode of the vlog. Now, last time I left off talking about Tampa, and it was my first show of the season. It was a Pro-Am show, so I won the amateur show on Saturday, got my pro card, competed on Sunday as a pro, and won my very first pro show. So super exciting event and just a great time in Tampa. Now after Tampa, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do next. I was actually looking at an INBF show in Georgia. It was at the end of September. There was a show before Georgia. It was actually a week before Georgia, and it was in my hometown. Now you'd say, I mean, it's in your hometown, you have to do it, right? Well, this was an NPC show. Now, I used to do NPC. I started in the NPC. I did NPC for 2 years. And so I had done this show before. I had switched from NPC to doing natural shows or drug tested shows last year. And maybe in another video, I'll talk about my time in the NPC and why I decided to switch over to the drug tested federations. But yeah, so I competed in NPC for 2 years. And then last year, I decided to switch over and do the drug-tested federations. I kind of prefer the natural federations. Not to say that you can't be a natural and compete in NPC. Lots of natural athletes in the NPC, and I admire that. You can definitely be competitive in the NPC and still be natural. So props to you if you're able to do that. But yeah, I just was kind of wanting to stay more in the natural federations, but this was in my hometown, and I didn't really want to do it because it was a week before the INBF show in Georgia that I was really eyeballing. I may have said before, one of my goals was to try to qualify for Worlds, and my window was kind of closing on my opportunities to qualify for the World Championships. I really needed to do this Georgia show and hopefully qualified to go to Worlds. And so I didn't really want to do back-to-back shows. I have done back-to-back shows before, you know, one weekend after another. And it didn't turn out so good. I swore up and down, I will not do that again. I will not do back-to-back shows ever again. It was exhausting. I was so sore, my back was sore, my legs were sore, and then I turned right around and just, that second show that I did, I looked so bad. I was flat, I was tired, I just looked really bad. I think that was probably my worst placing that I'd ever gotten. And so I swore up and down, I will never, ever do that again. And so I wanted to be fresh going into the INBF show in Georgia, and I was like, if I do this show in my hometown, then am I gonna look good for Georgia, or am I gonna look ragged and flat? And I said, you know what? I've gotta do this hometown show. And the reason why is because my mother hasn't seen me compete since 2019, my very first show in 2019. That's the only show she's seen me compete in. And I've competed in numerous shows since then, and she hasn't been able to go because she can't travel anywhere. And so I really felt like I needed to do that so that she could see me compete. Also, I've got some family members that live here that didn't live here before, and they've never seen me compete. And they don't really know what this is all about. And I really wanted them to be a part of it and really experience it and just really understand what I do, because they don't really understand it. And so it was important to me to have all of them there and watching the show and just be a part of it. So I decided at the last minute to do the NPC show, and I was hoping like that I would be able to manage like my peak weeks so that I didn't go flat the second week. I knew that I needed to definitely like stay on top of my carb load, because I think last time when I did the back-to-back shows, I just got really flat and I didn't really understand that I needed to load more carbs. And so I knew this time that I would need to stay on top of it and just kind of manage my energy levels and just make sure that I didn't get too flat or too tired out. And I guess another good thing was when I previously did back-to-back shows, they were both out of state. And so I had to travel to 2 different states on 2 different weekends, and travel's always hard too. But this was going to be in my hometown, got to sleep in my own bed, didn't have to like travel anywhere. And so I was like, that's kind of a positive thing too, that I don't have to travel. Like, I can finish the show on Saturday night, go home, take a shower, get in my own bed, and be well rested on Sunday. So that kind of played into it too. If I had had to travel for both weekends, I probably wouldn't have done back-to-back shows. It was fine. It worked out good. I actually did my own hair and makeup for this show. I practiced, got it pretty good. Maybe I'll do a makeup tutorial. That's kind of on my list of things to do as far as a video. So yeah, I might do that in a future video. Do a little makeup tutorial on how I did my stage makeup. But anyway, it ended up really good. The master's class, I did master's 40 and I did open class. And so the master's class, it was a very, very stacked class. I was really surprised at how good the master's ladies looked. I got like first call outs. So we all came out. There was probably, I want to say maybe like 10 of us. I can't even remember. I think there were 10 of us. And they brought us out for kind of the first look. And then we went to the sides of the stage. And then they called 3 of us out as first call outs. And so I got first call outs. So I was really excited. Ended up in 3rd place. And then I got 1st place in my open class. Didn't get the overall, but still a great experience. I was really, really happy that my family got to be there. I could hear them cheering in the audience, which is always nice to kind of have that in the audience, and you can hear people yelling for you and clapping and screaming and whistling. So that was really awesome. So I'm glad I did it, even though I was reluctant to do it. And I was able to manage things pretty well as far as like managing my fatigue and how I looked. And I felt pretty good on Sunday. I was tired, but I wasn't overly tired. So yeah, so then it was time for Georgia. I started realizing like, this is now my only chance to qualify for Worlds, because I didn't realize the deadline for Worlds was October 1st and the Georgia show was September 24th. And so I was like, this is my only chance. And so I was really nervous. Next time I will talk a little bit about Georgia and how things went. Thanks guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with me through this vlog, and I hope you're enjoying it. Please like, please subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.